Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
All right, we're going to be going to your phone calls in the next segment and breaking down. They were going to have a open carry event calling for open carry on universities at UT tonight with John Lott. And even mainline hosts like Limbaugh have pointed out every time the Democrats are trying to pass an anti-gun bill, they have a mass shooting, and there's always suspicious things that go on around it. We've confirmed in New Zealand and in Australia and Tasmania and Scotland, and the government has been caught staging events to basically ban guns. And this is very, very, very suspicious. But finishing up with Ted Anderson. Ted, gold, $1,310 an ounce. This is just incredible. And it is because globally currencies are being devalued in a coordinated stratagem, according to the G20. They've got the big central banks out bad-mouthing gold everywhere. But, I mean, when gold does increase in price in this bad economy, even though it's well worth it because of inflation, how is it going to continue to go up if the general public doesn't have money to buy it? I guess it's because big institutions are buying it now?
Well, I mean, it isn't so much that gold is going up, it's that the dollar is going down. Yu Yangding, the former advisor of China's central bank, was speaking in Singapore and talking about how the United States debt in the United States is one step nearer to a crisis. The debt level is just climbing way too high. And China holding on to so many U.S. government treasuries, you got to realize that if they start liquidating those assets into the marketplace, that's going to trade the dollar lower.
Well, China just legalized importation of gold. They've always only allowed it to be basically through the government, and the government's now signaling for the Chinese people to get it as a hedge against inflation and collapse. So, I mean, all the major indicators are gold and silver are only going to go up in the long term, but it looks like even in the short term. Ted, I haven't talked to you yet today. I know you were still holding those insane deals from gold you bought 2-3 weeks ago. Have you run out of all that silver and gold? And if so, what is the new price?
Well, the silver is still at the same price. I'm still holding the Walkers at $10.50. The Franks went up just a little bit. They're at $283.62, but you still get a full year's subscription to Bob Chapman's newsletter.
But a lot of folks have already got that. I mean, what if folks, if they want to buy a bunch of Franks, what do they get them for?
Yeah, they're $283.62. You can buy as many as you want. Unfortunately, the Buffalo coin had sold out. I only had about 100 of them to deal with. And those just went up like hotcakes. But I would suggest that you just switch your efforts over to the U.S. Eagle. They're trading right around that $1,390 level, and gold now shooting up to where it did. That's really a good buy. That's all Alex, the United States dollar is falling. It just means the people that are sitting there in poverty looking for jobs are going to have to work that much harder to find food. That's the sad part about it. We are sitting here on the edge of a crisis.
And global food prices are exploding as well. I've got that report actually here in my stack. I was going to get into it yesterday. I'll make sure and cover it today. But throw out some more of the coin offers you've got. That silver is just an absolutely smoking deal. Great deals on the gold. Fire out some of the coins. This is a radio special. The prices are higher. If you don't tell them it's the Alex Jones radio special, 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Ted, throw out some more of the coins briefly.
Sure. The $10 Liberties at $8.29. The $20 Liberties at $1,622. You can pick up the Pam Swiss bars that are very close to melt value. There's just a whole long variety. Junk silver, we carry bags of that. I mean, we really carry a wide array of what's available in the gold and silver marketplace. And the market has just shot up about $15 to $20 an ounce, depending upon where you're looking at it from. And you're going to be able to get some great buys right now.
And on these specials we're offering, I've seen the sheets, 2 to 5% markup when most gold companies are 25, 30%. It's a really great deal. 800-686-2237. If you're looking to get into precious metals, just stick your toe in the water or maybe jump all the way in, Midas Resources is is the place to go. The trusted name in your precious metal needs. 800-686-2237. Thank you, Ted. Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As they're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
I have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
We now take you live
To the Central Texas Command Center.
in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Okay, there was a reported shooting at UT this morning, and I found it very suspicious that a supposed lone gunman came in to the library, the student library, fired his rifle, and what was reported as an automatic rifle, which they'll call a semi-auto or even bolt action in the news, and then killed himself, and that he had someone with him. Now, I've seen so many cases where people are doing open carry in Vermont or Arizona or Wisconsin. We've got cases where the cops come over and arrest them and still charge them, even though there's no real law to charge them with. This is the type of garbage that is happening. And I had a feeling, because I know they've been having all these events all over the country, and there's a big student movement for open carry on college campuses so that you don't have mass shootings. Basically, gun-free zones are shooter zones. They're advertised as, you want a place to kill yourself and kill a bunch of other people? It's like the new form of suicide. Don't jump out of a 50-story building. Don't, slit your wrist. Don't shoot yourself in the head. Don't take sleeping pills. Take people with you. And the media hypes this. You had the gunman at the Discovery Channel a month ago or so. And so all these different permutations ran through my mind, and the way they locked it all down, pushed people back over a mile, claimed there might be another shooter with no evidence of it, it just had a lot of different red flags go up for me. It didn't pass the smell test. I'm basically calling shenanigans on this one. Very suspicious. And it could be a lone fruitcake, or it could have been somebody. I mean, how many times have you seen it come out in the news that the cops shoot an innocent person and then claim that they killed themselves or claim that they were a shooter? We've seen that a lot. It actually came out in the Rocky Mountain News and other newspapers that it came out in federal court that the SWAT team shot at least 2 of the people trying to get out of Columbine. But that's in a few newspapers and confirmed. I even had some of the families on years ago, going back a decade ago or more. It happened in '99. But whenever I mention that, people say, oh, you're making that up. They won't even go search the information. So this whole thing is suspicious, and then I get this piece of information. Student movement update, John Lott at UT Austin. This was from September 24, 2010, 4 days ago. On Tuesday, September 28th at 6 p.m., that's tonight, coming up in 5.5 hours, a coalition of student organizations of the University of Texas at Austin campus, including the Libertarian Longhorns and UT Students for Concealed Carry on Campus, and I want to get them on. So we're trying to contact them, but folks can email us here if you're listening and you're part of these groups. Showtips@Infowars.com. So again, on Tuesday, September 28th at 6 p.m., a coalition of student organizations at the University of Texas campus, including Libertarian Longhorns, the UT Students for Concealed Carry on Campus, the UT Objectivism Society, and the UT Federalist Society, will be hosting John Lott, famed defender of gun rights and author of the book, More Guns, Less Crime. Lott's work is More Guns, Less Crime is commonly cited as the main liberty-minded people when arguing against gun control laws, and Lott will be sharing some of his expertise in this field to the audience of students and members of the community of Austin. And now if they go ahead with the event, which I think they should, the media will be there to try to demonize it. It'll be a national story you watch, but this will be a way to counter them. Austin has been a hotbed of debate over the political and the potential of state laws being passed that would make it legal for a person to carry a concealed handgun on college campuses. If you were in the Austin area on the 28th, stop by the UT Law School and hear John Lott discuss the negatives of gun control and the positives of a free society. So you can talk about whatever you want. I got a bunch of other really important cybersecurity news. This is coming to a head coming up. And Democrats to stuff 20 bills into post-election lame duck session. That's coming up in this hour. I may just go back to 4 hours every day. There's no way to cover all this. Well, it did 4 hours yesterday. But how will I do a daily TV show, though, and then a weekly special broadcast show that's highly produced if I do that? It's just there's too much to cover. It's all happening right now. Something stinks. My gut is always right, and something is wrong here. And this comes out. And I'd said earlier, you know, is this a staged event to demonize the Second Amendment? But I was thinking to demonize the campus movement. What do you think about that? I know you'll be all over the map. It's wide open phones. That's fine. But let's go ahead and go to your calls. AJ in Texas, you're on the air, AJ.
Hey, how's it going, Alex?
Good. What do you think about this whole gun situation? Does that sound suspicious to you on the night that John Lott's set to call for the legislature, as some states are doing, to pass concealed or open carry on campuses? This happens?
Yeah, you know, that's par for the course for them. But what I'm calling about is I'm here in Austin, and I was listening to KLBJ AM, and you guys might want to try to get these tapes, but they had some pretty credible witnesses that were there on the scene at 21st Street, right by the six-pack. And what they were reporting was that there was a gunman there and that he opened fire there on 21st Street, not inside the building, not inside the library. And one of the callers said that he watched him and that he really didn't have control of his weapon. He never shouldered the weapon, but he was just holding it and just firing randomly. He never, squared up on anybody, but shots were fired outside the building, which we haven't heard in the mainstream yet. And one of the other ladies said that she was dropped off by her husband, and she was about 30 feet away from the guy as he was firing on 21st Street.
Well, we're going to contact Thomas McDonald, who we